Now whip it! Whip it good!
Hey everyone, welcome back to another WIP Sunday. We got somebody already commenting on stream. On Layton, welcome to the show. We got all kinds of stuff working on tonight. I'm going to be working on, big thing I'm working on is the Walmart Doctor Strange. I'm going to do a few upgrades to it. I got the Lobo, and I got let me adjust your volume or Diablo.
Oh, who's that? Me?
Yeah.
How about? Hold on. How about now?
I think it's really loud here.
How's that?
I think that's better. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to do some upgrades to the Doctor Strange, do some paint work on the cape. I've already done a little bit of work to the cape. I'll show that off here in a second. And oh, it might say. Okay, how's everybody? Is the volume okay for everybody now?
How am I coming through?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
Am I coming through okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything's
they're
good.
actually clearer than when I was on my computer the last time, and I couldn't hear you.
Well, I got a new headset.
And we got
What?
that would probably change things. Yeah.
But one of the upgrades I did for the Walmart Doctor Strange already is, for some reason, they took the cape, they modified the cape from this Strange, the black and red one. Basically the same sculpt. They modified it to add a screen. But we modified it and made the neck opening a little bigger, and they put a peg where the Eye of Agamotto was and glued it to the chest.
Oh, I think I saw that on somebody who took it apart not too long ago. And it's pretty hefty peg too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty good sized peg, and I don't like being able to not easily remove my capes either. It's like, I don't know why they didn't do it, because you could just. This one is fine. It just set on with this one. But I didn't stick with this method. So what I did, I drilled a hole in the chest. Looks like he's got an arc reactor now.
Is that a magnet?
Yep, double stacked magnets.
Nice. That's solid.
Then I put a magnet in the cape.
Yep.
So now
A little click.
it holds steady. And I was able to take it off too and touch up all the gold paint. It was sloppy paint too.
Nice.
So I'm going to do a little more detailing on the Agamotto. That's one thing they didn't do either. They didn't paint the eye. They painted it on the old cape. Didn't paint it on the new one. Yet they charged more for this new one.
More for less or less for more?
And it had some glue slop too on the skirt. There's nowhere near. There should be no glue whatsoever on this thing. Near this, you got glue here and down there on the edge of the skirt.
Have you noticed that recently the paint apps have been worse and worse? Like I picked up the new Multiverse of Madness Strange with that ring effect, and I had the whole entire case was at Toys R Us on the shelf, and I looked through every single one of them, and all of the paintwork was just slightly askew on every single one of them. Like not one of them had like great paint on it.
And Hasbro's wonderful decision too now to take the windows out where you can't do that.
Oh yeah, I was reading a post about somebody. I think it was Rebo Blito on Instagram, where he said that 2 different WalMarts he went to, he was finding packages that are just torn open because it's so easy to open, and then just tossed on the shelf, and somebody's stolen the figure from it.
Well, now too, they're taking the windows out of the box.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to see the figures anymore.
Yeah, it's called the mystery box.
Welcome to the lottery, homies.
Just tape it up and it's a rock inside.
Oh, absolutely. It's what's going to happen. People do it now when you can see the figure. They're going to be more molded now that you can't see it.
Oh man, scumbags gonna have a flipping field day, dude.
Well, people always find a way, right? Like there's always somebody out there trying to.
So I like this thing here where I can see the paint apps and see
you can choose it appropriately, right?
Yeah. And I understand doing that with a kid line, not an adult collector line.
Yeah, we model it as premium, but we treat it like it's not.
Yeah, it's
under that disguise of it. I mean, I understand the idea to cut down on plastics because there's global pressure for that kind of thing, but at the same time, you're still causing a whole tremendous amount of pollution because some of those figures that have been swapped out or swapped whatever still end up in the landfill. So that plastic is not really being saved. It's just getting swapped out for a different type of plastic that's ultimately going to go to the same place, which is the landfill.
And like a lot of collectors too, I have stuff on the shelf, but I hang some of my stuff up.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
So I like to have this does display both ways. But now,
I guess if you're, I don't know. I guess the only other thing you could do with a box that has no window on it is to take the box, disassemble the box itself, cut out a piece of it, and then have the figure somehow displayed in some kind of glass case or something, or like plastic case or something. I don't know. It's weird.
That's a little extra. That's a little extra work, man.
Oh, it's tons of extra work.
Oh yeah.
It's also not mint in box anymore. And then is mint in box really mint in box?
Yeah, that's a good question. So what, we got Schrodinger's box now? Schrodinger's figure?
So that's pretty much it. Is your figure in the box or is it not in the box?
But then again, like all my masterpiece figures all have boxes, but none of those have windows in them. And those are hundreds of dollars worth in each figure, right? So it's like I don't know. But those you can. Of course,
the masterpiece figures too. I never buy those secondhand. I buy those directly from the dealer, and I open my masterpiece figures.
So I'll tell you guys a little secret from what my profession is, and y'all can eventually guess. What I've seen is people will do the right thing when they think they're being watched. So with expensive figures, the reason they don't do that as much is because they assume expensive equals being watched.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've done studies on it. We've watched it. If a human being thinks they're being watched, man, they will do the right thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's the pressure, right? It's kind of like the animalistic nature of things. Like my dog, if he knows he's being watched, is not going to try to eat my sandwich off the table. But if I go outside and move the car and he's standing on the couch, he looks over at sandwich and sandwich is there. Nobody's watching. He'll eat it.
No, it's a done deal. So who cares to guess what my profession is?
Loss prevention.
Huh?
Police officer.
Hey, there we go. First guess.
I said loss prevention first, but
close enough.
That is a sometimes thankless job, my friend. So thank you for what you do.
Yes,
I am currently down for the count because I am missing some parts of my shoulder.
Oh wow, you all right?
I mean, it's painful. I'm in recovery.
Yeah, so like rehab, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I kind of think that where the Dr. Strange has the glue splotch right there, and I don't expect to ever. This little tassel here, this glue over top where the glue spot's at, where it don't move, where you won't see it.
Did you have you done the mod to that where you can cut the other side up, the similar seam line, and then he can actually move his legs into like a squatting position?
I have not even noticed it. I've barely messed with this. As soon as I took out the box, I started taking it apart.
I saw somebody do the modification. So where that slit is, where your thumb is right now, on the other side, there's no slit. So it stops him from having some mobility and moving his legs out. And what some people have done is just cut a seam line in a similar place on the other side with a knife or whatever it is. And then they could actually get him into that like cross-legged position where he's, in mid use of the Eye of Agamotto or something.
Ah, okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah. That'd be sweet.
So it mimics the slit from the other side, and then you can actually get both legs into that, because otherwise the skirt gets in the way there. The shirt gets in the way.
I remember having to do that with Master Universe She-Ra, so she can sit on Swiftwind.
Okay.
The version 1 didn't have the slits on either side. That's before they made a Swiftwind. They later on made a update to She-Ra, which had the slits on both sides.
Hey, aren't we getting the She-Ra figure pretty soon from the Masterverse line?
I think they revealed a whole bunch of new Master or the He-Man figures recently.
I can't wait to get my hands on my very first Sun Man.
Yep. Oh, just smacked my ring light above the workstation. That's why
okay. I hit the print bed earlier when we were talking, so
that's why I don't want my camera next to my hands while I'm working.
It's okay, man. I think I've dropped my camera every episode we've done.
Yeah. I think the last time I was on, I think it happened too. But oh well. You guys want to see the printer in action?
Oh yeah,
yeah, definitely, man.
I'll just bring the little. So it's a Prusa i3 MK3S Plus, and it was a kit, and it came in a giant box, which was under all of this stuff over here. And there's a box of all of the various Sharkticon parts that I've been printing and messing with, and it's like extensive. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Little hands and things in there, and back pieces, and trial runs on things that didn't work. Oh, it's enough to shake your head. But yeah, it's there's a bit of stringing with this filament, and I found that the actual filament itself, it depends on which one I'm using. This one specifically, between the supports that are there is where a lot of the stringing happens. But
that thing looks good, man.
Oh, the Sharkticon?
Yeah.
Thanks. I've been working extremely hard to try to get it to a point where it's actually decent and that it'll print well, and then printing tolerances and everything. So I'm just trying to prop up the camera just to get a better angle on things.
Chris Jordan made a comment, like he made a wired cape for Dr. Strange, and it really helps the figure a lot too. It's one of the reasons, that's kind of one of the reasons too I went with the magnet in the chest. So I can get me like a soft goods cape, I can attach it right there as well.
You know what? Soft good capes are the way to go, though, especially with the wires in them.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing's fully articulated too. It just has a bit of those print lines underneath, like at the bottom. So like I'm planning on producing probably about like 15 of them, and then bringing them to TFCon. I haven't figured out how much they cost me in materials, and then once I do, I'll figure out a price for them. But all the pieces are individually printed in the actual color. So the back piece is 3 pieces, printed in black. You've got the articulated tail that's all printed in blue with ball joints. It's hinge swivel at every single port on the arm and on the legs. And the feet are actually different pieces that plug into the bottom. But figuring out tolerances and stuff are half the battle of trying to figure this stuff out. It's crazy.
That thing came out amazing, though.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, thanks. I don't know. Like, people are like, it doesn't transform, then I don't know if I want it. It's like, well, if you don't want it, that's fine. I'll just build an army, and then, I'll just have more for myself. Like, if it doesn't sell, then it'll sit on a shelf with a whole bunch. And then with that, the X Transbots Quint, I plan on, displaying it with that. I was thinking about making a non-transforming robot mode as well, because in all honesty, my custom that I made in 2019, it saw robot mode for the pictures, and then after that, it stays in Sharkticon mode all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like...
What's that? Sorry, go ahead.
But I was going to say, it's not like people actually transform their stuff as much as they act like,
I mean, there are arguments for everything, right? I mean, everybody's got an opinion. Opinions are like buttholes, right?
Yep.
I love Transformers, but I don't mind non-transforming Transformers. I like the character. What got me liking Transformers is the character.
Yeah.
There's more than one transforming robot out there, like Brand. But we fell in love with the characterizations, not the transformation itself. The transformation's awesome. It's cool.
Yeah.
But we like the characters. We like to reproduce things. Like you got a big battle of Sharkticons. These are perfect.
Yeah. That's the thing too, right? It's like the Sharkticon, I didn't like them necessarily because of the robot mode. I like them because they're these like shark-like creatures. And so, I mean, I made
I kind of rather would not. They never even transformed, even on the show.
I actually looked it up, and there were a whole bunch of episodes where they're involved. Actually, they attacked the planet Junkion too, and they fought the Junkions in robot mode. And they could fly, apparently, at some point in time. Like, some weird stuff that I don't remember from the nostalgia of it. Like, I built this because I always wanted a Masterpiece Sharkticon. I built one by hand, and I was super stoked about it. And then when I figured this out, kind of figured out the 3D printing aspect, I could bring it to life in a better proportioned way. Like, the proportions are better. And the overall aesthetic, in my opinion, when I look now at the custom that I made, is like, wow, that custom was kind of cool, but this thing looks better, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it just looks more proportioned. And like a buddy of mine was saying, oh, the face is too round. I actually stretched. I started with, like, if you look on my Instagram, I started with, like, it almost looked like a ham. But, like, the head itself is not, let me see if I can just lift his jaw. I actually redid the design on the jaw as well, but it's more of an oval, and it's hard to see with that black piece on top, but it's more of that oval shape to it rather than being a circle. And because initially it was circular, and it was a bunch of pieces put together, and I thought, okay, that'll work. But then the more I looked at it, it looked like a ham, like the ham with a bone in. And I posted a picture of like a drawing with that because it had just the tail or like the initial renderings of the tail and then the center part of the body, and it just looked hilarious.
Laurie, if people are willing to buy Transformer statues, to be willing to buy something like this, which also has.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, pricing wise, I don't know what a fair price is because, I still haven't figured out how much it costs me in materials. But I mean,
I got a question for you.
For something? Like, I'm just curious what you guys think you would pay for something like this, knowing that it's 3D printed. It's not completely like perfect, but the joints will be tight. Like, I wouldn't sell something that's all loosey goosey, right? But like,
I'm one of the worst people to ask that. I have no idea what to charge for stuff.
So here's what I was told, my man. A person will spend thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on a picture that is a white sheet with a banana tape to it.
Oh yeah.
It is. I mean, it has happened. Yeah. I think it was sold for like $50,000. So one thing I've learned, because when I started doing stuff too, I'm still learning, but I started pricing I undersold myself really badly.
Yeah.
Your art is your art. It is your art. And if it's worth doing and doing well, it's worth charging a fair price.
Well, exactly. And that's the thing, is that I don't want anybody to ever go into it thinking that it's something that it isn't before they would purchase it. So like, I've told people who have asked me about it, I'm like, look, like the teeth are a bit fragile. Some of them have like little missing parts, but like the underside has where that's where the supports were. And this is what it looks like. I mean, you can sand it down, but it doesn't look quite right because it's not the right color. But I've removed as much of the supports as I can. But I mean, who's ever going to look at the underside of this guy's mouth and his belly?
Right. Well, I know a guy who does 3D printing as well, man. And so, like, he made, the cube from Hellraiser.
Yep.
So he made that, and it's not like it's super detailed. It looks good, and they're $50, and people are buying them, and they're about, how big is that Sharkticon?
Well, this is my hand, and it definitely doesn't fit in the palm of my hand. So.
Okay, so if he charges $50 for that, like, and all it does is
here's a mouse beside it, like a computer mouse.
Okay, and all that it does is it opens up and closes. That's it.
Yeah.
and it's not a lot of it's not a lot of moving parts. And he charges $50, and people are willing to pay that. So I mean,
50
I wouldn't
bucks
charge.
US, eh?
Yeah, I wouldn't charge less than 100.
Well, because I was thinking like 150 Canadian to 200 Canadian. If
Yeah.
somebody, if I thought that would be, because I mean, like it's got like every single joint moves. Like it's a rotating, a swivel hinge on the upper arm, the elbow, the wrist. The fingers.
Have you ever looked at the Flames toy stuff?
Oh yeah, like the Fluoride like model kit stuff.
Not just the model kits, man. They make figures too, and them things are like expensive.
Yeah. They're non-transforming, right?
Right. Which, I mean, so like I said, that's what I'm saying, man. Think about Think about what you made as a Flames Toys product. It's your brand. It's your product. It's your third party.
Yeah. So, my only gripe about it is that I know that the 3D printing just isn't quite that finish, like that high quality finish to it, and there are little imperfections or they're like the print lines and stuff. That's my only thing that I think about, because I'm like, it's cool, it's fun, I built it, but is it at that level of those high end finishes, But then again, I'm not a company that's producing it, where we're producing like 3,000 units of it.
Yeah,
exactly. Yours is a limited run.
Made in a factory.
Even like smaller companies, you got to take into consideration of pricing. Like with a lot of people were talking about like comparing NECA's pricing and Hasbro's new pricing, which is, Hasbro's pricing new upgrade is unjustified. It's their stuff is run at much higher quantities. Quality control is not the best.
No, it really isn't.
No, it's getting worse, man. The quality control is getting worse.
Yeah, Hasbro's a joke as far as that goes.
And they're wanting to charge the same price as NECA figures. Well, people thought, like, NECA figures are fragile. Yeah, but they're like a tiny company compared to Hasbro.
Well, and they're smaller runs in the world too.
I've never had a NECA figure break like that though.
Well, some people are really ham-handed too, right? That's what you don't see how they're handling these things either.
They don't want to take 5 minutes to check the joints before they start ham-handling it.
Heat them up or something, or they think that straight out of the package, plastic has never fused to plastic before. I can tell you that plastic fuses to plastic very often, even in 3D printing. I'll show you
my toy reviews when stuck joints is like, do not. If you get something out of a box and it's stuck, don't force it. Take a few minutes, put a blow dryer, some hot water, heat it up.
So check this out. I was having some trouble printing the back piece. I'll show you what I mean. So on the back piece there, it wasn't printing the spikes on it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't printing well. And I was, the rest of it was okay. It fit okay. I had to Dremel this one down because some of the pegs, it just wouldn't. It was kind of rocking back and forth on it and wasn't staying down because of some of like the inside. And this is just my design, my newness to design. Yeah. And like there are certain lips and stuff that was stopping it. So I edited those out afterwards, but that, it's an oversight at the time because I didn't know any better. So then I went back in and I printed it with a different type of support, experimenting with some settings. And then it printed so solid because apparently I increased the number of lines in the wall or wall lines from 0 to 3 or to 2. And then this is after I was trying to move the supports from it. Wow. It was just a disaster. Like they're in there so solid. Like these parts only came up after I shoved a screwdriver under it because I used some other thing where it said like it basically makes a skin in between the supports and the actual printed piece. And so it's supposed to be smoother inside. So I thought, okay, well that sounds great. And then I could just rip that out and then it won't have all those ugly print lines. And so like you can see it's a little bit smoother, but then I can't take the supports off. And at this point I had given up. I had stabbed myself a few times. I think I stabbed myself in the thumb with the point of the edge of the Sharkticon. But yeah, I couldn't get these off. And they were just I was looking at the eyes. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get the supports in the eyes off without damaging the exterior. So it's all these like trial and error stuff that people don't see. Yeah. And it's like, it's a huge learning curve to go, oh, and then, you just wasted 200 grams, like a fifth of a spool of filament, right? So,
yeah.
And then what I found, I posted a bunch of the pictures recently to all the Transformers groups and whatnot. And like even some of like, there's a specific Transformers 3D printing group that I found. A buddy of mine showed me.
Oh,
and
really?
a guy asked for the STL files or something, and I was like, no, you know what? Like I'm not going to sell my STL files because once I sell those files, anybody can knock them off, take them, create them,
you'll be seeing
change them.
Showing up on AliExpress for
yeah. Oh yeah.
AliExpress.
Exactly. Like I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, and like it's almost like some of these people, and most of the people were pretty good about it. They're like, okay, no problem. Like
even like the big toy channel guys, like Toy Paloa has been going. Somebody's been stealing his design stuff and selling it.
Hadn't Hasbro been like picking off some of Pounds too?
Oh yeah. So like it exists, right? Like it's out there, and it's like, wow, this is my first figure. I'm not going to sell my designs because then if anybody can just print it themselves, then there's no motivation to buy a figure from me either.
Exactly. Now you want to be, it's like,
you know, even if I put them up for $50 Canadian or $20 Canadian for the files, well, that $20 Canadian now, that person, like 8 of their friends all print out Sharkticons, and I got $20 for that.
Yeah.
And then one guy laughed at the comment that I said that I was afraid of people stealing my designs, and I was just like, all right, that's a legit concern, though.
Yes, it is.
Why would he lie? Why would he laugh about that?
I don't know. It's one of those like internet Facebook things where like people put like a laugh emoji, and you're like, okay, dude.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a guy like, you know what? It's a guy like that'll be exactly what we're talking about. He's the guy that expect people to.
It's all the people that were like defending Hasbro's windowless packaging because embolden the theft, and like.
Yeah, because it works in their.
They were in defending it, like even though everybody else is like, you know, people are going to steal like crazy. He's like, no, if you're trying to defend that decision, you're probably one of the people stealing.
Yeah, sure, please, sure. Hasbro, yes, keep it up.
We'll call them the swapaholics.
Yeah,
they just got that itch to swap a fig. Hey man, you got that new fig?
Yeah.
Swap, bro. Swap.
Yeah.
Swap.
So I'm looking forward to trying. I got some new paints in this week.
Oh, nice. What you got?
I got new sealers. I've been recently switched. The past year, I switched over to the Mr. Hobby, Mr. Super Clear matte.
How is that stuff? I've been thinking about that.
This is the best matte sealer I've ever used in my life for figures. It will. It is such smooth finish. It looks fantastic, and. I'm on the very last little spurts of my Testors semi-gloss, which I love using too. Which Testors automotive lacquer semi-gloss is no more since they shut down the Model Master line. Mr. Hobby makes a semi-gloss, and I got 2 cans of it to try out.
Nice. You have to let me know how it works because I've always thought about. I've heard good things about it.
And when I made the order too, I went and grabbed 2 different shades of gray of Tamiya. I was thinking about getting the Tamiya semi-gloss, but I wanted to, before I made the order out, I had it in my cart. I was getting ready to punch in my credit card information from the hobby store website I found. So I want to see if I can find Mr. Hobby first. So I stopped and I found another site where I got this stuff. The Gundam store, USA Gundam store.
Yes, that's a wonderful store.
Cheapest place I found to buy this stuff. It's like $10 a bottle.
Nice.
$10 a can. At the Hobby Lobby, it's like the matte one came from. No, but Hobby Lobby I think it's like $12 a can. So it's cheaper. You got to pay shipping, but you get more paints because Hobby Lobby don't carry the Tamiya paints. They carry some, not the bottles though.
Oh, hey Steve, did you get that that picture I sent you, that plastic prep stuff?
Yeah.
The Bulldog. I'm thinking about trying some, man. I've been reading about it.
The Duplicolor the plastic stuff. Oh, no, that's different ones.
No, it's both of them. Yeah, it's Duplicolor and Bulldog.
Okay, yeah.
But they use it for automobiles, man. So
plastic adhesion promoter. Yeah, that should work pretty well. Especially like on the harder plastics, it's harder to get paints to stick sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, the turtles. that whatever this BTS company uses for plastic, it kind of feels like a knockoff SH Figure Arts.
Mm-hmm.
The plastic level. I've had knockoffs of those before, and that's kind of what the plastic feels like on these figures. And the paint don't want to stick real well. So
Okay, I got you.
Is it maybe like, how sometimes there's mold release on plastic, like on those plastic figures?
It's just the material itself. I scrubbed these things. I scrubbed them, even washed them like degreaser.
Yeah.
And just a weird plastic it's made of. It just don't want to.
Yeah, some of the plastic, the paint doesn't want to stick very well. So
yeah, that makes sense.
I did the full recolor on Leonardo. It looks great. But I gotta be careful. Like my fingernail, I can take my fingernail, just yank all the paint off of it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, see, that's something like that is what I'm wondering if that stuff will work on.
Even though it's like I prepped it and did everything I needed to do for it, it just wouldn't stick.
That's kind of the beauty of being able to, and that's kind of why I separated my Sharkticon model into various different parts, is so that I don't have to paint it. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, and it sits on the shelf in those colors, and I don't have to
I was watching the Craft Man. Have you ever watched his channel?
Oh, I watch his stuff all the time. That's where I learned about all of the molding and casting and all of this stuff. Like, he has such a huge resource. That guy is like a quiet genius.
Yeah, that's probably what's with the plastic on these turtles. We used to showing like the injection molding. He's like a hand press injection molding where there's those little figurines.
Yeah.
Paint won't stick to injection molding. That kind of material.
Okay.
You have to do it at a certain time. The paint's got to be like there's a special prep for it. It's kind of like acetone style paint or something other where to bond to it.
Yeah, it's like specific for that type of material.
Yeah, it's basically what they paint Marvel Legends with, I guess.
Yeah, that corrosive paint. You can't buy that in America.
Yeah, the stuff that would cause damage to
all of your arteries, your brain, your kidneys. Your
lungs. And your children will be born with
basically become radioactive. Man, it's fine.
Yeah,
everything's fine. I'm fine. You're
Crusaders.
Fine. Yeah.
One thing I'm gonna do too on this Doctor Strange, the symbol on his chest, I want to paint it to a lighter blue. It is a lighter blue than the tunic, but I want even lighter blue.
I got a question for you guys. Do y'all prefer to find figures in the wild, or have y'all just succumbed to ordering?
I do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I'll order online if it's like something that I really don't want to chase down because I know it'll be super difficult to find, and I just don't want to travel around to like 8 different Walmarts.
Especially with gas prices.
When I can just order it from a trusted seller that I've ordered from time and time again, and then it comes in and I'm just then I'm happy as can be because it's like I got a whole case. But the only downside of that is they take the money right away, so you got to pay for it, and then you wait like half a year to get the figures, right?
Yeah, that's what I do when I do online ordering. I always try to find the sellers that don't charge you up front. And I get a lot of stuff from like the Chosen Prime. They specialize in Transformers, but their ordering system, they've got Marvel Legends and Super 7 and all that stuff too now.
Yeah, they started diversifying. They started off with Transformers, right? And then
they really need to survive. Really got to diversify your customer base. But they got the payment system where they'll send you a PayPal invoice once the item arrives.
Yeah, that's good.
So you don't even have to have your card on file. You can just pay your invoice once you get it.
You said that's a Chosen Prime?
Yep.
I buy a lot of my stuff for Transformers and Masterpiece stuff through Madhouse Toys. He's a Canadian retailer, and he works with ages 3 and up. Like, he knows those guys really well, so he's working at their shop, and he's done a lot of work with them, and he's good friends with them. So he was in Toronto. And then he moved out there, so he still has people here, like in the area, in the Toronto area, that will help send packages out and sort of run that side of business here. But he's been super fantastic. Actually, he's the one I was talking to about having my Sharkticons at his booth for TFCon. So I got to figure out numbers, and then obviously give him some portion of something for being able to be at his table and sell my little Sharkticon, well, my massive Sharkticons. But he's a fantastic dude. But the same thing, like I'll pre-order with him, and because I've been buying stuff from him for so long, I can say to him like, because all of a sudden 5 masterpiece figures come in that I've ordered, and I'm like, oh crap, like that's a lot of money, it's like $1,000 here, $1,000 there, and like,
yeah,
I'll say to him like, look, like, do you mind if I just take 2 of them now and then wait for the other ones and pay you after? But because I've known him for so many years and I've been buying so much from him, we've developed that rapport. But whenever you pre-order a figure from him, you don't pay until it comes in, which is a nice thing.
That is so much better.
Mm.
Plus, it gives you an option too. Sometimes I think situations happen. You gotta have medical expenses or vehicles break down.
For sure.
Life happens, man. Like
right. I was just thinking that too. It's cliche, but it's exactly true. Like you never know what's gonna be around the corner or the next corner, right? So.
One of the good things that we got now too, Jared, with Outrun Collectibles there. He's offering like a pile of loot, like the Big Bad Toy Store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a smart move to get people. So then they save on shipping and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's fairly new. He was working at somebody else's place, and actually one of our friends, Emerson, there, he's always like pushing the guy's stuff. Now the guy he's opening up his own place, and he's offering a pile of loot option for that way here. You can keep stuff in there, and then I do that with Big Bad Toy Store, but still I gotta pay the conversion from American to Canadian. I gotta pay for shipping, right? Like with Outrun, he's a local guy, and if once the stuff comes in, you can either go pick it up if you want to take a trip into Toronto. Or you get free shipping after, I guess, what, $100, $150?
I'm not sure, but I mean, like, it's decent. But it's obviously higher because he's a smaller company, right? So.
Yeah, but at least he gives us that option.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chosen Prime, this is like they call it the Prime Stash.
Yeah.
And they'll hold it once your stash gets to 150, it's got free shipping.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Which they are the sponsors for TFCon. Like them and Agabus are usually the big 2 sponsors for TFCon.
Yeah, even TFCon Toronto, they've always got like a huge display at TFCon Toronto.
Speaking of which, I'm actually gonna get to go to TFCon this year for my first time.
Oh, nice.
My wife surprised me with the fact that we were going.
Nice. Awesome. Which TFCon? Are there 2 in the States now?
It's the one in, where's it at? Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, BotCon, not TFCon. Oops.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
BotCon, before the beer bug hit, they used to be 2. They would have one basically like East Coast, West Coast, sometimes Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
After the beer bug, they dropped back down to 1 for. They may go up to 2.
I'm excited because I had a chance to go when I was younger, and my mom was like, "Nope, too far." Now I'm grown. I do what I want.
I call it the beer bug. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. So
oh yeah.
YouTube don't like you to actually say that.
Oh yeah. That algorithm.
Yeah. Well, my algorithm must have finally picked up some of my tutorial stuff. The Blackwash video I did uploaded last night.
Yeah.
I went to bed at I had 100-some views. I got up this morning, it's like 3,600 views. Like, what?
Holy cows.
Hey, man, I told you put in good work. Speaking of which, speaking of your tutorials, your one on joints, the joint sand, and that's actually what I'm using right now for this Hulk I'm working on.
Oh, excellent.
I told you, man, you are a champion of the collectors and the customizers.
Oh, absolutely.
I just like to share my knowledge with everybody.
Well, gentlemen, I got to roll out, but
thank you for stopping by.
The Transformers fun.
Yeah.
Hey,
always good talking to you, man.
It's always a pleasure. I mean, I'm very, very humbled to be asked to be on this. So it's nice to be able to talk to you guys and just sort of hang out. To go, but you gotta tell me. You gotta let me know about that head and all that.
Yes,
Transformers head, and I'll
you know
print
what?
it
I'm
out
gonna
for
shoot
you.
you an email tomorrow, man.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. There's no rush. Like I'm obviously like knee deep in this Sharkticon. Well, I should start calling it what I've named it. I've named it the Marauder.
Yeah.
So it's it's Marauder is the name of the figure, so that I don't run into any of those wonderful things. You know, it's not what it is, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me know about it. I'm deep in printing these things. I just started printing the first new, like the revised body that I'm doing. So it's got a little bit. I probably see. We were trying to show this before about the different colors. The gray is a bit of a darker gray. You can kind of see it there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a darker gray, and then this lighter gray. There's going to be a section on the underbelly, like a little cross section under here. That's kind of like a triangular shape. That'll come out all the way to the end here and then just kind of run in between the legs here. And there'll just be like a little underbelly that'll be this color printed on it, printed out in that color. And then the rest of the body is going to be a bit of a darker gray, just to give it a little bit more, like, I don't know, just like a nicer sort of finish to it. So it's not just all one color like
I can't wait to see that
intended. And then it'll look more like the Sharkticon, where he has that lighter portion of his belly. But I had to be careful of where the leg, the hip joints are and stuff. So I carefully measured it out, but I made it work. I think I made it work. We'll see after I print this one and then eventually print the belly for it. But
Speaking of printing,
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Sorry, I keep cutting people off. I apologize.
No worries.
But yeah, good to see you guys. I'll come on another time. Maybe once I have an army of 15 or 20 of these things sitting in my basement. I'll snap a pic and share it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a good night, eh?
You have a good night.
All right, see you guys.
Later, Jer.
Have a good one, bro.
And thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you do deserve the views.
I said, my man, you are my inspiration. I can't say it enough.
I think it's light blue. It's Citadel Techless blue. It's gonna work out good for the chest emblem for Dr. Strange. Just the blue I put on your Superman. No?
Yeah. Well, at least you can see the difference now, right?
Yeah, before you couldn't. It's very subtle. It's clean the brush a little bit. When you're watching everybody.
I'm trying to figure out how to rehydrate this Citadel paint, man. I got that crust forming.
Chris Jordan, thanks and good night. Are you saying that to the Quintesson, or are you heading off, Chris? One thing about the Fiddle paints, unlike testers, they're not as durable as testers paint.
Right,
and
yeah.
You definitely got to add a sealer to them.
Oh, God, yeah. They're pretty, though. If nothing else.
They have some beautiful shades, but and they're expensive. You're paying for those shades of paint. But,
I'm trying to stretch this stuff as far as I can, man.
Yes, sir. I'm going to hate when I finally run out of my testers backstock. It's going to be a sad day.
Got to press forward, man. Got to press forward. We'll find something else.
Yep.
Oh, here's one. Have you tried Turbo Dork paint?
I have not.
Man, that stuff is so it does color shifting. So Turbo Dork, it's a California-based company. The guy told me it was a husband and wife that created it. That is some really good stuff. But what I really want to get my hands on is G paint.
G paint.
Yeah. So it's you don't need a primer. It's already the paint and primer are one. But it's made by the I guess the Gundam Corporation. Mm-hmm. The guys that make their stuff, and like the reviews on it. If you ever get a chance, man, just check out the reviews on G paint.
Hence the G in the name. Gundam paint.
But that stuff, man, it's durable. It's amazing. All reviews have said nothing but good stuff about it.
I put the slit on the other side of the tunic, the skirt piece, and I drilled a little round hole too to keep the split from spreading farther up. So now you can do the full splits. Getting static. Is that whose mic's getting static?
I don't know. How we doing?
It's Hulk Smash. Your mic keeps getting static.
How's it now?
Not bad now. I'm hearing a game or something. Okay, we got the blue on the chest, the magnet in the chest. I'm gonna touch up the gray hair. Try out some of my new grays.
She starts at 1.
Oh, hey, how many layers do you normally use to seal Marvel Legends?
If it's a good sealer, you only need like 1. But it depends on the finish I want.
Mm-hmm.
If you put glossy paint down, you can't put a semi-gloss on it. Expect it to go semi-gloss.
Right.
You got to hit it with a matte, then hit it with semi-gloss.
Okay.
But if you're going for a matte finish, you're done with 1 coat. Or if you're going a glossy finish, you're done with 1.
Okay. Now, do you know the difference? I've been trying to figure this out, man. What's the difference between a regular varnish, like an acrylic varnish, and a what is it you use? The lacquer.
The varnishes I haven't used. I've always used lacquers to seal with.
So you've never used an acrylic at all?
Oh, I use acrylics.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. So I don't know what the difference between a lacquer and a varnish is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if one's more durable than the other,
or your most durable is going to be your automotive, like the Duplicolor.
Okay.
If I got something that I really want a durable finish on, I hit it with some Duplicolor.
Okay, so I need to go pick some of that up tomorrow. Then I'll probably seal this Hulk with that because.
Well, to be safe though, it's like if you got any exposed soft plastics, you don't want to hit it with the Duplicolor first. Hit it with a lacquer or something like that to seal it. Seal it with plastic.
Okay.
Then you can do the Duplicolor.
Oh, Duplicolor is that strong?
Yeah.
Oh, so it bonds, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. Much appreciated. Yeah, here's how that Hulk's looking. Like I said, I had to tear him back apart. Good old paint rub.
Hulk Smash, your mic is like going like.
Really? It's still going?
Yeah, I had you on mute for a little while there because as soon as I turned it on, roar.
I'm not hearing anything on my end. That's weird.
It's not doing it now.
Okay.
It's calmed down. I don't know what was causing it. It's like you were sitting by a windy window or something.
Oh, I got a fan on, but it's not pointed this direction right now, so it was probably catching.
These mics on these streams are so sensitive.
Yeah.
I did a live stream back way before I was monetized. I just hit it. Nobody in the stream told me that there was a giant roar coming through the system. It ended up being a phone charger. What was it? The ring light was plugged into a USB port on the laptop.
Oh.
So, and it was causing the roar.
Wow.
And it was just awful.
And it picked that up
on the playback, so I just like hid the stream. So now I use the ring light. I use a phone charger to run the ring light.
Which Hulk is that you're working on?
Making a red Hulk. I took the composite Hulk. I got one like real freaking cheap. Like I got it at a steal, man. But I was talking to my daughter and she was like, make him red. I was like, okay, done deal.
Well, the torso was already molded in red.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was lazy, man. I didn't want to sand it. I'm paying the price for that now, but you know.
You what you could have done if you had something like this stuff here, the Windsor Newton.
Yeah.
Stripped her off.
Yeah, you know, hindsight is 2020, my friend. And I definitely learned to.
Oh, absolutely. I've been there and like it'd been a lot easier if I did it this way. You're like now.
I will not be a bum next time.
When I was doing the thing heads last night. Let's see what we got here.
I mean, all in all, I'm happy with the way it's going. That face, the face is what I'm happiest about, though. I don't know if you can see it.
Chris Jordan, with all the Hulks, they always had some torn clothes and pants. They once had tucked in shirt until around the waist. Yep, that looks good.
I gave him a little bit of a gold tint on the eyes to kind of show off how you know when Red Hulk gets mad, he like glows.
Yeah.
And what I thought about doing is, you ever seen Agents of Smash?
Yeah.
I watched. Yes, I was debating on whether or not I wanted to put him in the tank top.
Yeah, I do like the Agents of Smash Red Hulk. It was pretty good.
Yeah, and the cargo pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody made a custom along. I believe it was Justin Crisp. I forget. Toy Cooker. I believe that's his name.
The one thing I never. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Dom.
No.
The one thing I never get though is a lot of people they'll take their Red Hulks and get those head castings of the mustached heads.
He does that randomly in the comics. Like there's like one or two issues where he had it.
But the one that has the mustache is not General Ross.
No, there actually was an issue or two where Ross actually had his mustache.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find. Well, no, I can't because I'm on my phone. Never mind. Yeah, I think it was like one or two issues. Like it wasn't even the issue; it was the cover where they drew Ross with the mustache.
In his Hulk form.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was always told that because I don't read the comics. I was told that the guy with the mustache is a different character.
Yeah, he's right. That is a different character, but like they did an issue cover, and they just put Ross on it.
Oh, just cover art had a mustache.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, covers don't mean nothing. What's in the book anymore?
Yeah, not at all.
Actually, I think I may have seen that one that you're talking about.
I made made a wager, like there's a gentleman's wager of no money involved. A buddy that's got the comic book shop.
Mm-hmm.
And we were looking at a book. It's like had Juggernaut on the cover. I think it was a Spider-Man book. I told him, I guarantee Juggernaut's not in that book.
Yeah.
I should have put money on that because I was right.
They got to stop doing that mess. Over here making a custom alcohol wash.
That's one of the good things about these washes from testers. You can add colors to it if it's not in blend. Like when I did the.
Love you nice, sweetie.
When I did the King Spinks,
I
needed the teal for the sides of his chest. I just took this same blue I used for Dr. Strange, the Citadel, mixed it with the green wash, made a teal wash.
And it just goes in there, no problems.
You're getting your ore back again. But, we gotta get you on here, Dom. Like working on something or other. You gotta participate now.
Yeah, well, when I'm on here, there's nowhere. I'm usually on my tablet, so
Yeah,
all my stuff would be downstairs.
that's all right. You can take that tablet down there. It carries.
Dom, I don't even know what you look like, buddy.
This is Sunday lounge day. Yeah, you haven't even seen any of my customs.
I have not, sir. You've seen my trash. I haven't seen any of your good stuff. I try to be humble, my friend. Try to be humble.
How about the last Mattel movie Joker for Heath Ledger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is going to be my base for Lord Pumpkin.
Oh, nice.
The Big Head Studios, they do like 3D modeling, resin prints.
Mm-hmm.
And they made a Lord Pumpkin head.
Oh, cool.
So I ordered it off eBay, and it should be here this week.
Oh,
And
that's interesting. The comment there.
Try to shave a bit from the chest to make them flat.
You know what?
Yeah.
Why did they not include the forward butterfly motion? Like, I mean, I don't know any of these modern Hulk figures that can actually do a thunderclap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They have yet to do any Hulk figures. Well, Hasbro has yet to do a Hulk figure that can do a thunderclap.
Yeah, that's like one of his signature moves too. Like, why wouldn't he be able to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they went through all the trouble with the back, and it's a great butterfly joint going back.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you know, like, couldn't they put one in the front too?
Yeah.
Doesn't Abomination have one in the front? The Gamerverse Abomination.
It goes forward a little bit.
Oh, not enough though.
Not enough.
Hmm.
So it's you know, so you can see.
I wonder if you can just cut it out.
The problem is the shape of the butterfly joint itself.
Oh yeah,
There is no. It's smooth. There's no sculpt on it, and you're going to lose out the way the chest sticks out without having the butterfly joint been designed to fit the contour.
Right.
You're basically going to cut a giant hole in your figure.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It's gonna.
So you got the sculpted the back muscles on the back of the butterflies, and they didn't sculpt anything on the front. So when you pull these butterflies back, you got that smooth plastic here.
Gotcha.
Wish they even would try to texture it like the rest of the body or something other, because it's so obvious it's smooth plastic once it comes back.
Oh, I got a question for you, buddy. So, see if you can help me with this mistake. I've already painted the arm, and the joints aren't prepped enough in some areas. Can I heat this thing with a gun and it pop apart still without messing the paint up, or am I just SOL? Yeah, I've already painted it, so
I think you should be good on that.
Okay.
Probably better off using a hairdryer though.
Yeah, I'd use a hairdryer. Let's eat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. That definitely, though, you could do that. Something along said you can use build up a sculpt and make the butterfly joint look better.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm lazy.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But yes, you could definitely do that. But it's one of those things too. I love doing this. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. But when it's something they should have done themselves to that level of detail, I don't understand why they just couldn't design the figure to do that in the first place.
Exactly.
Like when I make Prime and stuff like that, they'll never make Prime. They'll never make him, so it don't really bother me to put all the work on. I got to sculpt and all that stuff on him.
Okay, I'll call this out now. You know how this is this is obviously the newest Hulk design they've had, and they've already managed to use it for 3 different Hulks: Red Hulk, Composite Hulk, Maestro. And you want to know what? After they're done with using this mold, they'll probably design one with a different butterfly joint, and they're going to make you buy all the characters over again if you want them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, the retro Hulk should have had some forward butterfly joints.
I can't stand the face on that thing, man.
Oh, I forgot the newer Hulk.
That new 20th anniversary Hulk.
Yeah.
I had it on pre-order, but last time I was talking at a Hulk Smash, I was like, I don't like it. I had it on pre-order because it's Hulk. I'm a huge Hulk fan.
Me too, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, you're customizing those Hulk Smash custom. So
yeah.
But I ended up canceling my pre-order on it.
Oh, I never even bothered. I told you. It's just something that it's not. First of all, it's a dark green, which I don't like.
Well, I understand the dark green part is they're wanting to match like the 20th anniversary, but it's not even the right shade of dark green.
Yeah,
it don't match. If there were same way with like the heads, I would have liked a modern interpretation of the original Toy Biz Hulk head, but they gave us 2 heads that look nothing like that head that came on the Marvel Legends Toy Biz Legends Hulk.
Told you it's a Rick James Hulk, man.
I saw the artwork for that. You know what? It looks just like the artwork, but at the same time, you know what? I'm just not fond of the whole thing. Like, I mean, it's not for me. It's not worth buying.
If you like it, that's fine. I have no problem with anybody liking it. It's just it's not for me. It's not for you.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Did I send you that picture this morning?
I don't think so.
Of the head on the different body.
I don't think you did.
Probably didn't. Somebody put it on the Marvel Select. James Roseborough.
Oh, actually, I think I might see it on his Instagram. I don't remember. I don't think he sent it to me, but yeah.
He put. Actually, I'm gonna send it to you now. He put it on the Marvel Select body. I don't know how he got that many Marvel Select bodies, but he's got a lot of Marvel
Dude
Select
must
Hulks.
have bought out to like his regions of Immortal Hulks.
Yeah, it's he put it on there. It looks better. You want to know something? Now that I see it on the Marvel Select box, that head is too big for the Legends.
Yeah, it is.
The lips got me, man.
Yeah, it just.
Those lips drive me batty. Yeah, I've never seen Hulk with them humongous lips.
Yeah. All right, I just sent it over to you if you want to put it up on the screen.
Okay. We can pull it up here.
Oh, you need help getting him to sleep?
I found it's like an Instagram account, so pictures, so I can do that one.
Gentlemen, I may have to peace out a little early again. I got the baby. You didn't want to go to bed.
That's fine, brother.
I'll kick around for a minute, and then I'm gonna run the gambit of small man.
Here we go.
He's upset because he didn't get to come say hey to you guys today.
Yeah, it looks so much better on that body.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It's more proportionate.
Now, don't you think that now that you see it on there, it's oversized for the Legends? That's probably one of the reasons why it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I need to watch out because he does some artwork that's not PG.
Oh yeah. Let's not do that.
That's actually on the body there, but it's blurry. If you blur it out, it's proportional fine.
Actually, it looks a little too big.
Yeah, it's too big for that body.
So
that's one of the things that makes the Hulk look more powerful. The smaller the head, you don't want to go too small, or it just looks weird. But
yeah,
you gotta have the head that just
really
the right
weird
size.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Hey, before I head out, where do you get that Duplo paint from normally?
Like AutoZone, O'Reilly's.
You know what the price on it is normally?
It's been a while since I bought it, and it's usually pretty pricey though.
Okay. I'll head to AutoZone tomorrow morning and see if I can find me some. And
let's see. That's gonna work out pretty good for that blue on the Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
I want to paint the eye of Agamotto. My phone, I think, finally beeped that you sent me a message. Yep. It's pictures we looked at. There. My signal down. I run hardwire down here for the stream. So my Wi-Fi don't pick up real great down here.
I'm coming, baby. No, I got him. It's fine. The guys are already. The guys have said they won't sacrifice me to the Transformer gods today.
You have to take that up with Unicron and Primus.
I'm the last survivor of Linto.
I noticed with the Tamiya metallics, they seem to like clump up more after you break the seal than the other paints.
Wonder why that is. To me, it's got like more of an alcohol base, right?
Yeah. So it's a little more difficult to work with it compared to testers.
Yeah.
But,
you ever heard of the Zenithal highlight method?
The what now?
Zenithal highlight.
No, I have not.
Okay. Y'all should try. You should try it on a figure that you're going to keep more static.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what you do is a black base coat, and then you hit it from the angle that you want the light to hit with a really light, either gray or white primer.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get the figure done, that's how it'll highlight it for you.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's called the Zenithal highlight. A lot of miniature people use it. I've been watching a lot of stuff I've learned recently, other than you, has been watching Black Magic Studios and a couple of other guys do miniatures and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they do different techniques than us.
Yeah. They pull off some killer shading on their stuff.
Yeah, and that's why I told you about that streaky rhyme, man. That's where it came from. I watched them use it on a miniature, and I picked me up some. And literally, you run it through airbrush, you cover the parts you want, you let it dry, and then you hit it with the mineral spirits.
Yep.
And a Q-tip, and it leaves you with an amazing, like it's magic in a bottle, man.
It's kind of cool that Henry Cavill, Superman.
Oh yeah,
he paints miniatures.
Yeah, he's a big nerd.
I saw that.
Yeah, he's good. Really
they said
good.
They said he helped design the new Witcher outfit, right, for the new season.
Oh, did?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he was involved in it.
Well, that's cool.
What's he eating? Hold up, did you give him? He's eating a rice.
It sounds like you might need to take care of some stuff.
Yeah, let me go get this little booger.
Right.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well you got him, baby. I love you. Never mind. The wife has given me the go ahead to hang with the fellas.
Okay. I watch Spencer's, learn how to paint. Crazy how smaller things can be painted better than 6-inch figures. Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of 6-inch YouTube paint videos out there. But that's one of the reasons I like to share and stuff. Or we talked about before. There's so many people in the customizing community just don't want to share how they do stuff. They'll show their finished works, but how it got there, not so much.
Yeah, true.
Let's see.
Where are the key points that you sanded on your Hulk figures?
Oh, that one?
Yeah, on this body.
On the official bodies, I've only done the composite Hulk and just added detailing, so I didn't really have to do any much. But when I did the KOs, it's a little different story. I actually made an extension piece for the abdomen to add more clearance.
Yeah, I see that thing rubs.
But that's constructed differently, so you can't really do that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So basically on that one, you would have to work with sanding the top and clearancing the upper torso piece, the inside socket.
Okay. Fun stuff.
The Eye of Agamotto, which since Hasbro decided not to paint. Let's paint less and charge more.
Yep.
And take away articulation and charge more. This right here, these double ball pegs, they're putting on these tiny little short double ball pegs, which no range of movement. I hate those. The disc hinge necks are so much better.
Hey, let me see that Goliath. Either one of them's fine. Have y'all picked up any of the gargoyle figures?
I got my Goliath, yeah.
Okay, so you see how big, how big those freaking honking wings are?
It is hard.
Open them.
Chris Jordan never stopped to take pics during the customizing process. It is, once you're in the mode, when you're in the zone, it is hard to think, well, I want to stop and take pictures and share my work. I have to remember to do that.
Son, this is mine or yours?
I've gotten to the point where I make a conscious effort to stop to do that.
So here's a fix for them Goliath wings, guys.
Hey,
did you do it?
Figures.
Huh?
Did you do the fix? That was a video for that.
The heat gun?
Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, use the heat gun. They came out nice, man. They don't take up as much space. You can fold them in more. Let me see. It's kind of hard to get this thing on camera. It's huge. Now this is my son's. I folded mine in a little bit more so I can get I wanted to give him a blocking, make him like he was blocking with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it looks more realistic like this than just being straight out.
I'm debating about that. I got the Damaru, the smaller 6-inch one. I'm thinking about stripping off the paint on the face because they painted the face pink.
Here you go, son. That's it.
Yeah, it's very pink, and my camera set not to focus. I don't know why they didn't do the flames in a lighter, more like a yellow. And they could have done the face in like a translucent red.
That's weird. They give him a pink head, a pink face, though.
Yeah. So
Ooh,
I'm thinking
fix that.
Windsor Newton's going to be making a visit to his face. Luckily, we are not going to run out of hours for the stream this week. I mentioned before, like the StreamYard gives you 20 hours free, and I'm not going. I should be good because this is the last Sunday of the month.
Oh, so it's per month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, every month you get 20 hours for free?
Yep.
Well, if you could...
What happened here?
That's not bad. I don't think you can go... If you monitor it, you're not going to go past 20 hours, right?
Right. Yeah. We had a couple. I don't think did I start the first of the month year? First of the month when I start doing these streams. I guess. Well, this is number
3.
4.
This is it's the 4th one.
I think this is number 4. So I think we're good. We do 4 streams and on the freebie version. Because YouTube definitely don't pay enough to charge for me to buy the StreamYard yet.
Don't worry, man. You'll get there. I see it in your future.
So they got the on a video with over 5,000 views, made $11.
Wow. Is that pink coming off?
It is tough. It's coming off, but it's tough. We're Brooks extra wing. Yep. I need to open my Bronx. What sucks? They got the wings that comes with the dog one. I think was it Bronx.
Bronx,
yeah. The wings, yeah.
All the other ones are coming with the giant wings too, folded out. It's like you listen to everybody saying we want folded down wings for Goliath. Did you not think we wanted them for the rest of the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hey, so it looks like I'm running into something, man. My Tamiya is drying out.
I actually bought Tamiya thinner for that issue, like what I was talking about, like the metallics was getting clumpy.
Yeah,
I guess when they're alcohol based, they'll dry out more.
I was not expecting to open this container to be empty looking. Yeah, this stuff is like turned to nothing. Yeah. Well, that felt like a waste. Note to self: only get to me when I need it. Well, no, some paints, man, you can sit on. I've got some Citadels that's like they don't even make anymore.
Yeah, but they've the very first Prime figure I made, the one I gave to my buddy for Christmas present. Not Christmas present, birthday present. The gold I used for the armor on that, they discontinued it.
Yeah, they tend to do that. This is nuts, man. I gotta buy more white paint. I thought I had plenty. I'm sitting here looking at 2 bottles. They both dry.
I don't know if this is paint. This pink. I don't know if this pink is paint. I'm getting pink off, but the more I rub on there, the more it took all the black lines off, but the pink is still staying.
Oh,
baby.
They must put like several coats of that pink on there.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night because I'm now my feelings is hurt because my goddamn Tamiya is all dry. Oh, I just wasted money.
Get you some of that thinner. You should be able to revitalize it with that stuff.
All right, I'll try. I'll give it a shot. I'm trying to mix some stuff up here now and see what I can do.
I use it too. Like instead of using the paint Tamiya right out of the bottle,
Mm-hmm.
use it. If you were, I got used to using testers, ready to go outside the bottle.
Right.
Tamiya's not. You got to thin it to use it.
Right. Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah. And yeah, I've tried different thinners, and I don't think any other thing will work other than Tamiya thinner. Not well, anyway. Because I've tried. Who made this? The Vallejo thinners, and they did not function well.
Yeah, I think it's where they're special alcohol based paint, and you got to buy their stuff to work.
But I will see you gentlemen at a later date.
Yeah.
Let me know. Hey, man, y'all take care.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Later, guys.
Later. Let's see. I think we'll go. We'll go to 11. What do you think, Don?
I'll try to make it till then.
You gonna stay awake for me?
I've been feeling under the weather lately.
Oh no.
Yeah. Past couple of days, I've just been out of it.
Is this actually an overlay?
It might be it might be like a piece inside the flame.
But some of the pink comes off. I know the flames are glued together and it's sandwiched between stuff, but huh. Yeah. This is weird.
His head's supposed to be red, though, isn't it? His face?
Yeah, not pink.
Yeah.
It is very, very pink.
I'm just trying to picture the character in my head. Like, the face is darker red than the flame, obviously.
And on the box. If you're going to use, have box art on there, at least have your figure look like the box art.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm starting to think this is a separate piece inside the head. For some reason had pink paint on it as well. I'm losing the black lines on the face, but it don't matter to me. They're not really supposed to be solid black lines. It's like shading.
Yeah.
It's got the lines sculpted on the face, so what I'm thinking I'm going to stop for him here. I'll get the rest of the black off of the corners here. I'll take some transparent red and go over top of this pink.
Oh, that'll work.
What'll work out good too, where it's transparent red, it'll seep down in those seam lines on the face. And it'll make darker lines on the face. Like with the Shocker, when I did the wash on him.
Yeah.
Okay, what we want to work on next? We got the Lobos. Fitted the head a little better too. You've got to sit down a little lower, increase the socket on the head, the cavity where it's actually got a lot more range of movement. Pops on nice. You got good tilt. Look up and down. Real good movement. Now it's actually better than the factory figure. Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Factory head. on. I don't know why well, I know it's Todd, but he puts the head there almost completely hollow, and he puts the ball socket at the very top of the scalp. So you have no range of movement on the head.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
It was weird. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to panel line the mouth of this Ninja Turtle. I'm not going to do the full repaint on these because, like I mentioned, with the rest of them, I'm going to do the wash on the turtle shells, which makes them look so much better. And I'm going to take a Gundam marker and fill in the seam lines on the mouth and call it good for that on these guys. On the other 3 turtles,
Yeah.
Leo's the only one that's going to have the full Monty.
He was always my favorite, anyways.
Yeah, that's all it needs to get to like the toon look, just to fill in the seam line for the mouth. What I don't get, I'm tempted to do a bandana swap though with Mikey and Donatello. They didn't give Mikey a happy face. He's kind of like got a teeth gritting on one side and just a standard smile, neutral smile on the other head. They gave Donatello like a mouth gaping and a slice of pizza to eat. It's like, that seems like that should have been Michelangelo's head.
Yeah, like what are they? That's almost like it's almost like a image.
It's like they mixed the files up when they were printing them out. I'm going to paint these shoes up. I got the Juggernaut feet. And for my Smart Hulk, Don Sawyer did those pants for and the shirt. So I'm going to do these shoes. Man, I like to have a bunch of these for different figures, different characters. I need to get another Maestro so I can do a boot swap on it because I don't want to do it to the only one I got. I want to keep one factory.
Yeah.
I got them pre-order at a shop, and they still have yet to get through stock in.
You know, I might just leave my Maestro the way it is, and well, actually, no. You're gonna need the gauntlets and the necklace and whatnot.
Yeah, I had the very same thought you were just going to have. You're going to buy the KOs and buy a Juggernaut KO and a STC one. But then you got you need the gauntlets.
Exactly.
Oh. Of course, what you could do though is take the base body for the Maestro. It's a little different color, but sometimes he was colored that way. The Smart Hulk.
Yeah.
He's got the brown pants, having like a in battle when he loses his shoes, because he'd always lose his shoes. I don't want to go leather brown or burnt sienna on the boots, on the feet. I'm gonna go burnt sienna, maybe a little darker.
Yeah, it's a darker one.
So, 1, 2. Yeah, some big thing about the KOs. The plastic is what would normally be the super soft plastic is hard on the KOs.
Yeah. Get even the soles black, right?
Yeah. I'll need to touch them up. They need touched up anyway, so I'm not going to be super careful. I'm going to do a black wash, and I'll touch them up. I'll try to be careful, but I got to touch it up anyway, so. I'm painting too. I got a fairly steady hand. This is what I love about testers, man. I just open the bottle, shook it up to open the bottle. I'm painting. I don't have to thin my paint down and worry about my brush strokes. It's the Tamiya that it wants to start to set up, but as soon as you touch the whatever you're painting, then you get brush strokes, especially if you don't thin it. I'll end up drilling out the peg holes a little bit to make it a little easier to install the feet, since with the hard plastic. Yeah, I think the burnt sienna was the way to go on that. Oh, before you came on, I was thinking an ideal, since WB's got that stupid no gun rule right now for their figures.
Yeah.
The 12-inch Deadpool came with 2 guns, like a medium rifle and a handgun. I think for the size of this Lobo, I think that's going to match up pretty good.
That don't look good. That looks like it looks like something Lobo would be using anyways.
So it matches up style wise, and I think it's matched up scale wise a little bit. I didn't notice the hands on that figure. They're harder plastic, much like the boots here. I'm working on the KO Juggernaut boots. Okay, what we got next to work on? Man, I was hoping that pink would came off, but yeah, the more I look at this, I think that's a separate piece. So I wanted to. We'll take some. Oh, that'll work good. I'm going to do a red. It's called Red Barn Wash. I'll do that to the face, let that sit up, and then come back with a clear red. And that should work out pretty good, I think. It's almost got a pink hue, basically got a pink hue to it already. I still like the Build-A-Figure Domaru better anyway. I mean, I was going to skip it, but I want to go ahead and just finish up my Zimu. Which Zimu was kind of disappointing. He looks good. He's too small. He's too small. They could use that Sasquatch body, which the Sasquatch is too small. Sasquatch is supposed to be bigger than the Hulk.
You know, I know that.
Yeah. So, I don't get it.
Yeah. I haven't looked at much yet. I was hoarding my customs. Still got a few that are close.
Man, I love your Sasquatch you built.
Yeah, that edge.
Using the icon, the 12-inch Icon's Beast as a base was brilliant.
Yeah, you know how long that custom was in the making? I got that beat body. Oh, jeez. I actually got the whole figure in a trade, believe it or not. And it was the dark one, the dark gray one.
Yeah.
And,
actually, that probably worked out better for doing the Beast than doing the Sasquatch.
Yeah, because I just gave it like I just gave it like a dark brown, just a brown. Basically, I covered them in brown. You saw the pictures. The working progress. Just covered them all in brown, and then I just started adding orange highlights. So, yeah, you know what? Like I said, I was so disappointed with that beast when I saw it. I was like, really? Like, people have been waiting for so long for an improvement on the Toy Biz Beast, and because that thing didn't look like Beast either.
Yeah, that the heads, the faces, just when I think the Beast, I think X-Men cartoon Beast.
Yeah.
What stinks? They're going to end up doing the animated Beast. It's going to have that stupid cell shading on it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting some of those figures, but the Wolverine was the one I was really tempted on because that is probably the best Wolverine cowl I've seen they've done so far. It's got the ear size, like on the wings of his cowl. They're gonna do all cell animation colors to it, though.
Yeah.
I would. It's Hasbro, though. They'll reuse it somewhere.
Of course they will.
Well, like all these premium Spider-Man figures, like the Spider-Man Noir, they're charging, was it $34 for?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing new on it's the head, hat, and cape. The rest of it's the T'Challa Star-Lord from the What If series.
Oh, really? Eh?
So, but yet they're charging $35 for it, like it's a premium figure, like it's a one-off figure. These price increases going to do is make me more selective.
Oh yeah, I've been selective for a while now.
Yeah, I've been backing off a lot, and now I'm going back off to just about not getting hardly anything, unless it's Hulk related, Ghost Rider related, and finishing off some teams. I don't really need much. The New Warriors is getting close to finishing up. We got what Speedball coming out soon. And I think it leaves like what, one or two characters finish up that team.
Yeah. Well, one of the teams I'd like to see is, like I mentioned, was the UFOs, but
yeah, I consider them like Hulk related teams, villains.
If you know what, if even like they'll probably end up using the 80th Hulk body anyways. So
I think the Juggernaut with new lower legs would probably work best. But you're right, they'll probably use the 80th anniversary body. Because the Juggernaut's got that smooth build, so
yeah.
And they could actually do the skirt piece would cover up the ugly ball hips on the Juggernaut body.
That's true.
Like I was just playing around with like the leftover piece when I was doing my Madame Hydra upgrade, and I had the skirt piece laying from Enchantress that covers up those ugly hips. Put the Enchantress skirt on that body.
You know what? Think about it. I got the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut and the 2-pack.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the 2-pack one. I don't know which one. I kind of like the Build-A-Figure better for Juggernaut, but you know what though? After the knockoff, I kind of like that for Juggernaut too, right? So
yeah, I want to put the knockoff with my. I'll eventually build out the Exiles team, all new Exiles from Ultraverse. When Marvel characters got put into the Ultraverse, Juggernaut was part of the Exiles. So I'll just use my KO Juggernaut for that team.
Well, I got three KO Juggernauts now. So one of them for the Maestro conversion.
And if we're building with the subscribers keep jumping up like we are right now, I'm gonna have to start. We're playing on that giveaway video. Yeah, I'm gonna be giving one of those away. I got sitting right here. I got when we hit the 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway for this Juggernaut.
Yeah.
This thing's awesome. It's one of the good ones too. Another one's the back. I think the bags weren't sealed. This one's sealed and ready to be in a giveaway. These things so remind me of like a Melloway figure.
Yeah.
They made it look like official Juggernaut, trademark. Disclosed, got barcodes, Marvel.com. Even got the CE on there. Copyright 2019 Marvel Studios. They so made it look like it's an official thing.
You're at what, over 1,800 now?
Yep. We jumped almost 30 subscribers overnight.
That's good. Anybody who's watching, tell your buddies who want to subscribe, and we're gonna have that giveaway soon.
Yes, sir. I think I'm gonna do a yellow wash on a sash piece. Well, that's one thing I'll do too. Once the paint on the Agamotto dries, I'm gonna do the same type of wash on this cape I did on the shocker. I use the mahogany wash to fill in these sculpted lines.
Yeah. Well, there's detail you can't really see right now, right?
I know the camera. It's not picking up on the camera. It's a little cheap camera, but it's got all these yellow parts are all sculpted like almost puts like a geographical map, like the patterns you see. It's all over the fringes of the cape.
I'm surprised why they don't want to highlight that even themselves from factory. You don't think about it.
Well, they won't even put a wash on the thing anymore.
Yeah.
Hasbro is going to be Hasbro.
But what kills me is, like, if that's the case, why bother doing it? Like, why bother adding detail if you're not going to highlight it, right?
Yeah. Well,
I'm glad they did.
It actually shows up a lot better on the original cape. It's this cape that's been modified. This is the one on the red and black Doctor Strange. Yeah. And all they did was they put the peg on the front and they opened up the neck hole to fit around the collar on the new figure. And then they put a peg and a hole in the chest of the new figure that glued on. Yeah. But they use the gold, and you don't need to pick out that accent on this bright yellow. You do. You even got shading on this cape. This cape doesn't have any shading. This one is much better painted, but it won't fit on this figure. I thought about just using this cape, but I didn't want to have to drill the neck hole out. Then I wouldn't, because this new cape wouldn't. It won't sit right on the older figure, because the neck hole is too big. The neck hole in this one is set up to fit perfectly to the contours of this torso.
Yeah, like I said, I don't get it. The cheaper the figures were, well, I'm not going to say cheap, but cheaper, and they were adding all the detail and the wash and whatnot. But now it's like the figures are getting more expensive, and it's like they're giving you a low blow by not adding any paint detail like they used to.
Yep.
It's great.
And I appreciate it. So someone's like the collecting is definitely a niche thing. And not many people, my nephews like the stuff, but of course they don't work enough to afford to collect. But there's not many things few and far between. Let me say it that way. It's one of the things great about social media like this right here. We can reach out to all the different collectors.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a good time to be back into it for selection of characters, getting back into collecting, but it just stinks with everything that's going up in price.
Yeah.
So I'm going to. I don't know if I want to stop this color blue. This to me is a little bit lighter blue. I don't know if I want to go even lighter than what I did. I think I'll stop though. I think that Citadel blue works fine.
Yeah.
I'll mix up a little bit. I'll try to mix up an orange wash for the belt, for the yellow. I'll take some of the barn red. Actually, that's almost an orange wash as is. What's this look like? There we go. That works. The teak wash. It's an orange wash. Heck yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I bought this stuff up. Michaels was clearancing this stuff out, and I bought a ton of it.
Might as well.
So I didn't know if they were clearancing out because they wanting to get new stock in or they're quick carrying it. So either way, I got it. Yeah, that looks good. Add some depth to the. The Q-tip probably work better in these crevices. Yeah, that looks real good. It's going to work out great. Yeah, I'm going to glue the sash down to basically, it doesn't need to move, so at least past the tunic piece, and I cover up that big glue spot.
There you go. Oh my.
And you can still do the leg cross thing. Yeah, this teak wash is going to work great for the ribbon sash. Heck, I might even use this instead of the mahogany on the cape for a little continuity with the shading. Washes are some of the best things you can do about bringing out detail.
Oh, yeah.
Using a Q-tip instead of using a rag like I normally do, I'm using a Q-tip because I don't want as much wash on that bright yellow. Just enough where it picks out the details. I like that. That looks good. Managed to straight up riff off hair from figures from the day that he and thought, man, this must be what it like to have Collector Express hands. Yeah, I got some meat hooks. I cannot deny that fact. That's why I am super careful when stuff is stuck. I can totally unstick things. It don't mean it's going to be to get in one piece when it's unstuck. So I tend to be very careful when unsticking things, like stuck joints and stuff.
Yeah, I've been known to use a little bit more necessary when I'm doing stuff.
So how much torque does it take to break this? Less than I used. I like that. That actually was. So that looks good. It gave it a little more of like an orangey color to this sash. It looks so much better.
Nice little subtle detail.
I'll let that dry up, and I'll do the inside tomorrow, where it's got both sides.
All right.
Yeah, we're getting close to time. Yeah, we're going to call it a night at 11, guys. So we're going to. Let's see. I still can't get over they didn't put bicep swivels on this Doctor Strange figure. You can see where it was in the digital skull where they were supposed to be cut out for it.
Yeah, that's a strange decision.
And they put the elbow swivels. My older bro got us into collecting figures, and then started with Toy Biz Legends and went from there. My siblings were into it for a bit too, but now he's gone and they stopped. He's gone. Start collecting. When did I start collecting? I don't know if I really stopped. I've always liked figures and stuff even as a kid, and my mom was like in the antiques, so she kind of like encouraged the collecting thing with me.
Yeah.
And she said if it makes you happy, you get it, enjoy it, and get it.
That's right.
And there's like one of the things that's in my collection I'll never let go. I thought that's what you meant, my friend. It's like I hate to hear that.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Both my parents are gone, so. But one of the things I will never ever get rid of, I have my childhood Fortress Maximus and Scorponok, and I still have the boxes for them.
Oh, nice.
Those are two things I'll never let go of. My mom got those for me for Christmas one year when I got the honor roll 6 weeks in a row before Christmas.
Oh.
So she did that for a treat, and I got those, and they've been cherished than my entire life. They're sitting basically right over, like arm shot for me. I'm pointing that way. They're sitting on a shelf. I can look at them right now.
Well, we all have toys when we were younger. Like, I didn't really grow up having that many. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, it's one of those things back in the day. You get to pick what you you couldn't, like, I collect everything now, a little bit of everything, or actually a lot of everything. But you either collect the Transformers, or you collect the G.I. Joes, or you collect the He-Man. You couldn't really collect all this stuff if you used to be able to. And so you had to pick as a kid, you basically had to pick what you wanted. And that's what you're going to be getting. That's what we're going to stick with.
Yeah, well, with me, like I said, I didn't really have many things when I was a kid. But then as I got older, I'd say like the mid to late 90s, they started releasing those older Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Not Marvel Legends, sorry. Just Marvel characters. Like, they were way out of scale. Like, I mean, and then you remember the Hulk animated figures from that whole TV show? I bought that line, like the main one. And then it wasn't until 2002 when Legends came out that I started actually collecting them. It's been going on since 2002, so it's been 20.
as for getting into Legends, I got in a little late. I didn't get into Legends until after I bought a couple here and there during the Toy Biz days. I was more in the Transformers.
Yeah.
Transformers and comics I was into for the longest time. But I didn't get into Legends and DC Universe stuff until after Hasbro took over. Like it's trying to think when I did get into it. I'd cherry pick every now and then. Oh, I like this character. I'll pick this up, and I didn't really get heavy into collecting DC and Marvel figures until I'm trying to say probably about a little while before we started talking. Probably about 2009 or something like that. I started really getting into them. 2010. Then I got into like customizing around about 2011 ish. I started getting on the Foosh and talking to people there and posting customs and learning stuff there when people used to share.
Yeah, that's when I used to talk to you. Is when I started seeing your custom. First one that I actually saw that's when I started checking out your gallery was Alox. Remember that Red Lantern?
Yep. I actually have him back in my work in progress box because weirdest thing. I don't know what happened. I guess during the move, I don't know something got on him. I laid him down on the carpet, and the carpet took a reaction to the paint.
Oh,
it's like brand new carpet or something because I had the house recarpeted downstairs when I moved in, and it melted the paint. I had to like strip it off.
Oh, so that's probably a chemical on the carpet.
It has to be something like that. It's not, and that wasn't the only one. I had a few of them happen that way. That touched the carpet. It just, I guess it's got the chemicals when they make the carpet or something other.
Probably, yeah.
I shampooed the carpet since then, and I don't normally leave anything on the carpet, but I've had stuff touched near the carpet and it's not done that to it, so it's weird.
Yeah, well, that was the first custom that I remember messaging you, asking you what you used for the base, and then that's when we ended up started talking from there.
Yep. Oh, he was a hard one to make. I started with a Mongol.
Oh.
Getting all those lines off of it.
Yeah, when you told me you used Mongol, I was like, oh my god. Now I appreciate the figure even more because I know exactly how much work you put into that thing to get it sanded down like that. Like, wow.
And the steel stay customizing, because that was one of my first customs, and I didn't run myself off trying to do something insanely hard. That can happen though if you start a project that's way hard. It's like, man, this is a lot of work just to make one figure, and it is to make a lot of work to make single figures. And a lot of people think just slap some paint on something other and you're good to go and call it a custom. It's like, well, that works sometimes if you're just wanting to put detail on. But a lot of people that try to like undercut you on pricing, like when they want to buy a custom from me too. It's like, well, I could do that. Like that little meme we shared with you earlier. It's like, well, how much you want for it? I'm not paying that. Well, I can do that. Okay, then do that. But I don't want to. Stop charging what you're worth.
Yeah, you owe me.
Oh yeah, it's just that thing. Oh, that was weird. Somebody said customizers have a responsibility to make customs for other people because we have the talent and they don't.
Yeah, so it's your God-given right duty to.
I actually had someone say that to me. It's like, somebody asked me if I do commissions, and he got pissed off at me, and I was like, I did this in spare time as a hobby for fun. I have work and responsibilities. I take care of an elderly, handicapped family member. This is my time.
Yeah.
I appreciate people asking, and it's like that you think so enough of my work, but don't get mad when I say I don't do commissions.
So people just aren't right.
I will gladly help anybody in different ways, but I just don't do commissions. I've done them in the past for back when I was before my father passed away, and they take a lot of time up doing commissions. And you don't get to work on your own stuff that much.
Yeah, and not only that, how many times do you hear about some of these customizers that take on commissions, and then they just got to shut everything down and say, "Listen, I'm not taking commissions for a while. I got stuff. I got to get caught up on. Like you bite off more than that." Because a lot of people, like, okay, through experience that you can start out a custom thinking that it's all smooth sailing. Oh, I got the parts I need. I know what I need to sculpt. I know what I need to do. Whatever modifications. But then once you get to that bridge, it's like, no, it's not working out. Now you're gonna have to take a whole different route, and
Mm-hmm.
things. There's always obstacles along the way. Like, that's what I mean. So if you get yourself into a position, got to do 20 customs for 20 different people, and it's like, these people are going to be messaging you every, maybe once a week, saying, "Hey, how's it going? How's it going?" Like, it's a lot of work. Like it's a lot of people expect it to be done in a week. So.
Yep, it was like we have. I have before this stream, I was working on stuff for the office. I have a salary position, and so my hours are not normal 8 to. Yes, I do go to work for normal work days, but it's required for me to just. I need to get something ready for a presentation tomorrow, so I worked on it today to get some more stuff done on it.
Alright, looks like we passed that 11 o'clock hour.
Oh, yeah, we're getting past the time. You should do customize Masterverse feature the figure. I've actually done it's on the channel. You can find the Moss Man.
Yeah.
That one has a lot of good sculpt, but hardly the paint on it just hurts the figure. I also raised the head up. The Masterverse figures, whoever designed the upper torso, whoever approved that and designed the team approved that, they need to go back to school or something other because the portions are terrible on it. There's no neck. The heads sit way too low. So with the Moss Man, I actually built up the head. Actually, the head looks like it's cut in half. So I actually raised up the head. Actually took some material and sculpted the head up. I actually put some O-rings to raise the head up. Then I took epoxy A's Fix-It Sculpt and sculpted up the head, make it look like it's a full-size head again. That raised it up and got it off actually gave him a neck. Looks so much better. Just that alone made the figure look better. Then I did like a full paint job on it, and it turned out beautiful. It's on. If you look at in the custom figures like playlist, it should be in there, and it turned out great. It's just if they could have put that kind of much paint, put a little more extra paint detail on that. Well, he comes with a lot of accessories too, like the vine hands and stuff, all that. Yeah. He could easily, if he done them like an extra paint, they could have released it as one of their deluxe figures. So it's there, the paint and detail.
All right.
I just can't get over like this. The body, they didn't. The Savage He-Man, he was like Hulk size, like in Joe, and they made him on a regular body when they did the figure. Yeah, I think this Damaru's head is molded in pink. I stripped and stripped and stripped and couldn't do much with it, so I just did a black wash to it, and I'll let that sit up, and I'll do a transparent red over top of it, and I think I'll make it look a lot better. So I got the black lines back. Actually, it looks a little better because it's got shading now.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're going to call it a night here.
All right.
That's wash, that teak wash on that yellow. It's drying up, and it looks really good. I don't know if you can see in the Well, it's blown out on the screen, but I'll take a picture of this on the put it on like the community tab, so people can see the subtleness of the wash, that teak wash on the yellow, and I'll send you one too. I like the blue, the Superman blue. Alrighty, thanks everybody for coming out to watch tonight, and these are a lot of fun. If you ever decide, if anybody wants to like join in sometime, just give me a yell, and I'll give you a link to the StreamYard link, and you can come in and customize with us. Well, I'll see everybody next week. Have a good one.
Take care.
And we'll put the outro.